All right, we are here to record Elijah and the power of God with the grandkids. So this story starts out with the wicked King Ahab. He had done more to provoke the Lord God to anger than all the kings of Israel that were before him. Because of his wickedness, the Lord commanded the prophet Elijah to close the heavens so that no rain fell for 3 years. The Lord then directed Elijah to go secretly to the brook Cherith, where he would have water. There, the Lord cared for Elijah by having ravens bring him bread and meat every morning and evening. And what's a raven?
A raven is a blackbird that, fun fact, is actually smarter than a 4-year-old. I mean, as smart as a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
That's a pretty intelligent bird, isn't it?
They had actually did some studies on it, and they actually are very, very smart, and they also have very, very good memory.
Cool. And so the Lord blessed the prophet Elijah. After a while, the brook dried up. And then the Lord told Elijah to go to a nearby city where a widow who had been chosen by the Lord would feed him. When Elijah came to the gate of the city, the widow was nearby gathering sticks. Elijah called to her. Can you see her?
Yeah. Please bring me a drink of water.
While she was going to fetch it, Elijah added,
Bring me, I pray thee, a morsel of bread.
and then the widow answered,
I have not a cake, but a handful of meal and a little oil. I am gathering firewood that I shall make one last meal for me and my son. Then our food will be gone, and we shall die.
So that poor widow is thinking she's making her last meal because she's thinking she and her son are going to die because they don't have anything else. And then Elijah told her,
Fear not, go and do as thou hast said, but make me thereof a little cake first, and bring it unto me. And afterward make for thee and for thy son.
Okay, let me interject here. Okay, so Elijah is asking her to do something for him before she even prepares the food for her and her son, who are about to die, right? All right.
For thus saith the Lord God of Israel, the bearer of meal, turn page, shall not waste, neither shall the oil fail until the day that the Lord sendeth rain upon the earth.
Okay. The widow felt that Elijah was a man of God, so she faithfully obeyed him and made the cakes, just as Elijah had said. And the meal and oil did not run out.
Thus the widow and her son were blessed with food during the drought. She continued to feed Elijah from the miraculous supply of meal and oil. She also let him stay in the loft of her home. The widow and her son were blessed because of her faith in the word of the Lord and his prophet.
Okay, and so Benjamin's wanting me to show you this picture. Can you see that picture there? Is that working very good? Okay. All right.
I feel like meal is like yeast or something.
Well, kind of like a flour, so like the flour. Yeah. And so they'd mix the flour and the oil to make kind of like this bread sort of thing. Not very good bread like we're used to, but something to keep them alive when there's no other food. All right. So she was blessed by having faith in the prophet. Now, sometime later, the widow's son became very sick and died. Sorrowing, the widow cried to Elijah, "My son is dead. Am I being punished for my sins?" What do you think? Was she being punished?
It doesn't even say that she sinned at all, like in there.
No. So does the Lord, do bad things happen just because we've sinned? No, sometimes that's just the way life goes. Elijah carried the lifeless boy up to the loft and laid him on his bed. Then Elijah cried to the Lord.
O Lord my God, I pray thee, let the child's soul come into him again.
The Lord heard Elijah's prayer, and life came back to the young boy. Elijah took the boy back down to his mother and said,
See, thy son liveth.
the grateful widow replied,
Now by this I know that thou art a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in thy mouth is truth.
okay. And where is the story found?
First Kings 17.
Okay, very good. And so in this story, we learn that when the widow had faith and followed what the prophet asked her to do, she was blessed. Can we be blessed in our lives if we follow the prophet?
Yep.
Definitely. And I hope that's what we can learn to do, is follow the prophet, just like that widow did. I sure love having my grandkids here. Remember, I love you guys. Tell you some more stories later.